welcome back to the Bibliovert channel. My name is Jacqueline and this is the week 3 vlog for our Maassive Readathon, which is a month-long readathon inspired by the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. If you have not heard anything about this, please go check out our Maassive Readathon announcement video or go to our website bibliovert.com/readathon and you can learn about it all there. Last week in our Maassive Readathon week 1 and 2 vlog, I read Crave by Tracy Wolff, Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chachki, and We Hunt the Flame by Hafsah. And this week, picking up right where we left off, I just finished We Free the Stars by Hafsah, which is the sequel to We Hunt the Flames. This is a duology, so the series is over, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit bummed. I had really high hopes. We Hunt the Flame was absolutely fantastic, a 5 out of 5 star read for me. I loved it. We are covering this series on our podcast, the Bibliovertpodcast, and I really wanted to like this. And I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it, and there were certainly some parts that I really didn't like, and so I'm super bummed. And I think a lot of it boils down to some of my least favorite tropes ever were just kind of piled on in this. There was a severe lack of communication, and it almost took a lot of the enjoyment out of it for me, among a few other things, but I'm not going to get into them because they are kind of spoilers. So if you have read this book and need someone to talk to about it, please DM us on Instagram, because I would love to chat to other people about this book. But I am actually getting ready right now to record this episode over on the Bibliovertpodcast with Allie. So I'm very curious to hear what her thoughts are. We've been talking a little bit, and I think she's kind of in the same boat as me in regards to her thoughts and feelings, but I think for different reasons. So anyway, I'm getting ready to record that episode. However, I do want to go ahead and put this in my bullet journal. So I had mentioned this in our last video that I had completely forgotten to factor in the books that we were doing for our podcast into the readathon. It just completely slipped my mind. So I think I finally figured out where I'm going to put We Free the Stars in like the courts. So because of this and our next podcast episode book, which is Shadow and Bone, I think I'm going to be able to hit every single court. And I'm going to put Shadow and Bone in the Dawn Court for a Read a Book with a film adaptation because of the TV show. So I think I'm going to put We Free the Stars in the Summer Court for Read a Book with over 350 pages. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and that way I can get that Summer Court stamp as well. Okay, so it's quite late. Allie and I just finished wrapping up the We Free the Stars episode over on the Bibliovert podcast, and I've been kind of trying to think of what book I'm going to read next, and I think I'm gonna veer off a little bit from my TBR for the Maassive Readathon. I think I need just like a little bit of a palette cleanser. I had left a few spaces open for this very reason, just in case I needed something, and I think I'm going to read A Touch of Malice by Scarlett St. Clair. It is the next one on my TBR, so that technically would fit under Callias' Palace, or I could put it in the Autumn Farmlands for romantic tension. Or Allie actually created a freebie stamp for anything that you want it to be called Club Wingspan, and she put it over in the Discord. So if you are not in our Discord, please consider joining us. We have a bunch of announcements and special little perks that are going on over there. But I'm thinking I'm gonna read Touch of Malice. It is book 3 in a series, and it is a Hades and Persephone retelling. I loved the first one, A Touch of Darkness. Did not love A Touch of Ruin, which is the second book, but Scarlett St. Clair is actually writing all of the books also from Hades' point of view, and the first book from his point of view, called A Game of Fate, I absolutely loved. So I'm thinking I'm going to continue on in the series, and I think I just need a little something after We Free the Stars. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go download it on my Kindle, and that's what I think what I'm going to read tonight. So I'll keep you updated. so it is Sunday the 13th, and yesterday I went a little rogue. I read A Touch of Malice by Scarlett St. Clair. It was not on my original TBR, but I did leave myself a little bit of wiggle room just because I am more of a mood reader and I didn't want to go into a book slump. And so I have been wanting to read this book for a while now, and it was exactly what I needed. I am Hades trash. That is something that we say a lot over on our podcast. Anything Hades related, I'm going to read it, I'm going to love it. Trash, absolute garbage trash for Hades. So I think Game of Fate and Touch of Malice are tied for my favorites, then A Touch of Darkness, and then like way below is A Touch of Ruin. So book 4 will be coming out I think sometime next year, but she's also going to be doing A Touch of Ruin from Hades' point of view. So I'm excited for that one as well. I cannot wait for A Touch of Malice from Hades' POV as well. So this is just like a really great series. I think it's going to be a comfort read series for me. It's one that will be easy to reread. I might skip the second one just because it's not quite as enjoyable. However, I will say this. I feel like I don't say this very often, but with the actions that Persephone had in A Touch of Malice and her growth that has happened in this book, it has almost made me appreciate her in the second book, A Touch of Ruin, which I didn't like. I think Scarlett St. Clair did a fantastic job like weaving that together. And it wasn't just like this instant growth that doesn't really make sense. Like it was really, really good. The respect that the characters had for each other, I just loved it. I just really, really loved it. So love that series, loved this book. It was a 5-star read for me. I'm an emotional reader. So it's like, there's not really a whole lot of logic and math that goes into my rating scale. But it was just exactly what I needed. It kept me from going into a book slump. It made me really, really happy. The ending cliffhanger is wild. So it's gonna be a long wait because like, I'm unwell. So anyway, 5 out of 5 star for read for me. I just really enjoyed it. It was exactly what I needed and I'm just very, very happy. So I did go ahead and bullet journal last night, and so I ended up putting this in this free space that Ali made. So again, if you are not on our Discord, please, please, please go join it. It's for the Maassive Readathon. It is a free app. It's basically just a big chat room. We have so many incredible readers over there that are just really kind and are just looking for reader friends. And it has been so much fun seeing people connect and like have a community. But Ali has also been like releasing like special things just for the Discord. And one of them is a free space stamp. So she read a book and she was like, I don't know where this is gonna fit on my Maassive Readathon, and so she decided to make a stamp for it. It is called Club Wingspan, and again, it is just a free space. You can do it however you want to, but when I did my spread for it, I was like, okay, well, I guess I need to kind of do like a Club Wingspan themed one, and then I proceeded to just make it completely dedicated to Hades. I tried to add a little Persephone here in the bottom. Did it work? No. So all of it is Hades themed. So this is it. I like it. I like Hades, so it makes me happy. And yeah, I am trying to figure out what my next read is going to be. I'm looking at my list right now. So I have Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow, Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller, The Tiger at Midnight by Swati Tirthala, Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim, Radiance by Grace Dravin, and Silvered Serpents by Roshni Chokshi. I think, okay, so today is Sunday. We have our We Free the Stars episode going live tomorrow morning, and I still haven't finished editing that episode. And I think I'm going to be buddy reading Radiance by Grace Dravin with Anna from Anna Reads a Million starting tomorrow. So I don't think I'll be able to read a book today before we start this buddy read, just because I need to edit the episode. So I think I'm going to wait on reading for today. But yeah, let's go ahead and start editing. But I think that's pretty much it for today. So I will check back in soon with my progress, most likely on Radiance by Grace Draven. It is Monday the 14th. I cannot believe we are 2 weeks into the Maassive Readathon already. And I'm going to be reading Radiance by Grace Draven, and I am doing this as a buddy read with one of our patrons, Anna from Anna Reads a Million. Please go follow her on Instagram. She has such a beautiful Booksta page, and she is truly one of the kindest people ever. And I'm really excited about reading this one. It's super short. I think it's like 288 pages or something. So I don't think it's going to take me very long. This one I am reading for the Illyrian Mountains, the bed sharing trope. It's like an arranged marriage, I think enemies to lovers-esque. It's two neighboring countries. He's a prince, she's a princess, and they're like forced into marriage. So I don't know a whole lot about this. This is a TikTok made me do it. So sometimes that works out well and sometimes it doesn't. So I am hopeful, however, and I can't wait to read this one with Anna. Y'all, I don't know if it's because I went into this book with the lowest of low expectations, but like, I liked it. It's super short. It's like 282 pages long. So it doesn't go really in depth in a lot of things. However, I enjoyed it. Like, I really enjoyed it. The writing is nothing spectacular. So like, heads up on that. I caught a couple typos and things like that. So the writing is nothing like award-winning, and the plot isn't even really all that original either. However, I found myself enjoying it, and again, it really truly might be because like very low expectations were had when going into this book. So maybe if you go into this book with really low expectations, you too might like it. This book is about Ildiko, who is the niece of a king from one country, and then Brishan, who is the second son of the king and queen in another country. So they have an arranged marriage, and Brishan isn't even human. I think it's never really confirmed what he is. That's why he's gray, which makes a lot of sense. I did not realize that going into it, but yeah, he's not human. He's not Fae either. I don't really think it just says Kai, like that's his race. So he's a Kai, she's obviously human, and they technically meet before their wedding, on their wedding day, but they don't know it. However, they're both completely repulsed by each other. So even though he's considered really handsome to his race and she is considered really beautiful to the humans, they find each other very unappealing. But it's kind of more of like a strangers to friends to lovers rendition, and I'm not gonna lie, their friendship was really sweet. They had really cute banter with each other. They respected each other so much. They had a really fantastic relationship. They communicated really well. He respected her, she respected him. The characters were just like really nice people. They might be like a tad too perfect kind of thing, but again, it's a short book, so you know, it is what it is. But they had great communication. They really appreciated and respected each other. I really liked it. I thought it was really cute. I liked both of the characters. It was a dual POV, which I absolutely love. I am a sucker for a male's POV, especially when it becomes like the love interest. And y'all, it was just cute. It was just really cute. So this one's a 4-star rating for me. Again, it's nothing spectacular. So if you read this and you don't like it, I'm really sorry. But maybe just go in with like low. So TikTok got a check on this one, so I'm impressed. So I went ahead and bullet journaled, and this one is for the Illyrian Mountains, the bed sharing trope, which it definitely fit that prompt. So I feel good about that because I really wasn't quite sure. So I kept the Illyrian Mountain side of it pretty simple and subtle. And then here's this one. I included a potato because Brishan apparently hates potatoes, which I guess is a character flaw in my opinion, and it's not okay. The next book I'm going to be reading is The Silvered Serpents by Roshni Chachki, and this is for the Missing Wall stamp, and the prompt is a book with monsters. I have been told that this one does indeed have at least a monster, so I'm going to go ahead and start this one. I'm also buddy reading this with one of our patrons, Brandy, and I cannot wait. So it is such a beautiful day outside, and there is this botanical garden that's near my house called Cheekwood, and I've never been to it. Growing up, I always wanted to go, however, I just never did, and so since it's so beautiful outside, I think I am going to take my book and go read. I think there's even a literary garden that encourages reading and the arts, so I think that would be a perfect place to go read for a little bit of the afternoon before we have our Instagram live tonight at 6:30. So I think I'm gonna go try and get a little bit of reading done before that starts, and I'm really excited. Day 16 of the Maassive Readathon, and it is also the last day for this vlog. Yesterday I ended up just kind of more walking around and enjoying the gardens than doing much reading. However, I have read through the first chapter and it feels really early to have a bomb like that dropped on me. I should have seen it coming. I should have, but I didn't. And I just don't know why I didn't see it coming, but let me tell you, I am in shock. So for today, I'm hoping to get a little bit more done. I'm not expecting to finish this before the vlog is over, so I will be picking back up with Silvered Serpents in the next vlog. However, I do have some Patreon mail to mail out, so I think I'm going to do that first and maybe do a little bit of reading, and then that'll pretty much be it for this video. Alright, well that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It is hard to believe that we are already over halfway through with the Maassive Readathon, but it has been so much fun. If you are looking for more Maassive Readathon content, definitely go check out our Instagram, the Bibliovertpodcast. We have a bunch of templates and stuff that we've been putting up over there. We also have a Discord, so if you would like to meet more bookish friends or talk about books, that is a great place to do it. The link is down below in our description box. Discord is a free app and is basically just a big old chat room, but we would really love for you to join us. If you are also looking for bookish podcasts, we have one, the Bibliovertpodcast. We talk about a different book every other week and we have over 30 episodes, so please feel free to check that out. But I hope you have a fantastic week. Happy reading, and I'll see you next time.